They say layovers are wasted time. I'm about to prove them wrong. I booked a 12-hour layover on purpose so that I can experience New York City solo on the way to my final destination.
But first, we need to get there. Over the next 24 hours, I will travel from Montana all the way to the West Coast. I'll wake up on the East Coast, and by nightfall, I'll be headed out over the Atlantic. Let's see how this crazy plan goes.
Booking a crazy itinerary like this is asking for trouble, especially if your first connection is a tight one. While in the security line, I noticed my first flight was delayed to the point where I would miss my connection in Seattle. Instead of going to the gate of my assigned flight, I booked it directly to the gate of the currently boarding flight to Seattle with the same airline. I immediately approached the gate agent and asked if the flight was full and closed. They at first hesitated, but I kindly convinced them to book me onto the flight, and they squeezed me in just in the nick of time. Good morning from New Jersey. I've just arrived. It is 7:02 a.m. local time. It's like 5 a.m. my time, so I'm feeling a little tired. I did get some sleep on the plane, but I'm super excited for a fun day in New York City solo. I have about 12 hours before my next flight departs. But it does not depart from this airport, which is Newark, one of the several airports that services New York City. It actually departs from Stewart Field Airport, which is north of the city. I'm currently south of the city, so I have to travel through Manhattan in order to get to the other airport. Well, I don't have to, but I'm going to. And I want to see some sights along the way. That's kind of why I booked my itinerary like this. I mean, it was an option that was available to me when I was looking for discount fares, so I didn't completely make it up. But yeah, it's an undertaking. Today's kind of going to be a long day, and then we're going to have another night sleeping on a plane. I think there's some exhaustion on the horizon, but first, let's have some fun. And I want to get into the city and get some coffee.
Okay, first thing, we're looking for the Rail Link station, which will take us to the trains. So, following the signs. Okay, you might be wondering how I'm going to handle this harebrained plan with all my luggage. Well, that's going to be our first stop. I've arranged service to watch my luggage for me. So I'll have to deal with this stuff all day long. I just booked my bus ticket out of the city, which is just a few blocks from here, and I'll have a direct bus to Stewart International Airport. Appointment to store my bags.
After a few sips of coffee, I was ready to hit the city. Any earlier sense of fatigue was now long gone. After all, this is the city that never sleeps. I popped in one earbud and had that giving me turn-by-turn Google Map directions as I walked along these busy, unfamiliar streets, headed for my first destination.
Literally That is literally the truest depiction of how my sprained ankle feels right now. To walk really slow. It's hard.
As someone who doesn't spend a lot of time in cities, I had a sense of appreciation for the hustle and bustle due to its novelty. But what I really marveled at was the architecture. The High Line was the perfect vantage point to take in views of the skyline, paired in contrast to the natural elements surrounding me. Once nicknamed Death Avenue for the dangerous freight trains that rumbled along Manhattan's west side, the elevated rail line was abandoned for decades. In 2009, it was reborn as the High Line, a vibrant public park weaving gardens, art, and sweeping city views into the steel bones of history. Today, it's a symbol of New York's creativity and reinvention. I walked along the High Line from Midtown to Chelsea, stopping at skyline views and rest areas along the way. Once I reached the Chelsea market, it was time for food. Once the bustling factory of the National Biscuit Company, where Oreo cookie was invented, Chelsea Market has transformed into one of New York City's most beloved food halls. In the late 1990s, the historic brick complex was revitalized, preserving its industrial charm while filling it with artisan bakeries, seafood markets, and unique shops. Today, it's a gathering place where locals and visitors alike can taste flavors from around the world, all under one roof steeped in over a century of history.
Do the design things, and then sometimes I accidentally use it and then it falls in my bag.
If you're a stationery person, Fuji, these are the best pens, and they're only $1.90 each. I've ordered them from Japan before, but there's a store here, so I bought 2 pens. No room for notebooks or any other things, but pens, I can carry a couple pens.
After leaving Muji with my new pens in hand, I noticed a line forming. A pretty significant line. There were even signs about this line, and then I realized the line was for tacos, and the answer to tacos is always yes. No questions asked, just yes. After the tacos, it was time for another cup of coffee. Hey, what? I have no excuse. But I have really been wanting to check out the Starbucks Reserve location, and I've never been to one before. Seeing that there was one just across the block, I thought I would check it out. Starbucks Reserve locations, rare and small lot coffees are roasted on-site, brewed with cutting-edge techniques, and served along artisanal food. Each space is designed as a working roastery and tasting room. If I've ever gotten an order right in my life, it's this Knob Creek Whiskey Barrel cold brew. Something else I did right was sneak in a sourdough bagel from Anna's at the Chelsea Market to pair with the coffee.
Ankle does not have it in it to walk back, so I'm gonna try to figure out this subway situation. I don't know how that's gonna go, but let's try.
I got soul, but I'm not a soldier. 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 I got soul, but I'm not
I'm looking forward to being able to sit in this nice, comfortable bus for a little over an hour on the way directly to the airport, where I will be spending yet another night on an airplane, hoping to get some sleep. What am I doing?
We left the city via the Lincoln Tunnel. I relaxed in the comfortable seat of a nearly empty bus, my heart full with adventure, and a little bit of pride that I might have just pulled this whole harebrained scheme off.
You guys, there's nothing going on at this airport. There's literally one flight leaving, and it's mine. There were like 3 people on the bus, and there's like a dozen people here.
Det är bättre att förlora det. Tack alla för allt, Regina.